friends, today we'll see what is a QED file and how to create a QED file and what are the benefits of creating a QED file and what is the advantage of using it in our ClickView application. So basically, as of now we have learned, so we load a Excel file or any Access file or any other databases file to ClickView, and then creating a data model inside the ClickView backend script using different script or concatenation or join like that. And then in front end we have created some of the dashboards visualizations like bar chart or line chart or pie chart. Those things we can create, and then we are sharing them to the end user, I mean to the clients. Okay, so that is a single process. So take from the database, we are taking the data to our ClickView application, and in a single application we are creating our modeling and our visualization, then sharing that application to the end user. But here what we do, we'll create a multiple applications in ClickView. So first application, so we'll create two different applications. So in first application we'll take the data from different sources, SQL or SAP or any other databases, and then in that application we'll just convert the data to a QED format, and we are not going to store any data in that QEDW application. Okay, that is the first application. In second application, what we do, we will not use the databases source. We will use the QED generated by the first application as the second application's source, and we will create our front end visualization in the second application, and we will share the second application only to the end users. So if I open this image, you can see, so let's say these are different databases. So these databases we are creating some QEDW, that is we'll create some application in our ClickView application. So in the ClickView desktop we'll create application, and there we'll take the data from the databases. So we using this QEDW application will create the QED. QED is ClickView data files. So we'll generate the QEDs and we'll store them in a particular folder. So after that we'll take another ClickView application QEDW, and we'll take this QED files which is stored earlier, that as the source for this QEDW. So this QEDW will not use the main database as it is source. So it will use only the QED files which are generated by the first QEDW files. Okay, so I hope like you guys understand the concept of this. So let us see what is the benefit. Before going to the benefit, let us see how to do that, and if we do that, then we can understand easily what is the benefit of that. Okay, so let me go to a ClickView application. I'll create a new one and I am going to save it. So I'll give a name as, let's say, test for QED generating, and I'll save it. So the application has been saved in the name of test for QED generating. Now I'll go to the edit script window. You can use Ctrl+E to go to the edit script. So this is the default script. We'll create another tab here and we'll keep as data or anything. Okay, let me keep as data, and then I'll take the same Excel file which we have already. So I'll go to the data source. Here I'll take the sample file and click on open. So once I click on open, I can see the data loading options. So here the first row of the Excel files are not the exact field names, so we have to make it embedded labels. So the first row of the Excel file has become the exact field names. Okay, and then I click on finish. I'm not going forward, I'm just clicking on finish so that the script is generated automatically. And this one I created the name of the table, we can give as orders table. Okay, and then I'll just give a colon so that the name of the table has been changed to orders table, and in the orders table we have stored all this data. Okay, so this data is just taken from the Excel file. So now we have loaded the Excel file to ClickView and the script has been generated automatically. But here what do we want to do? We want to convert the Excel file data to a QVD format. So that is ClickView data file. So how to do that? So we have to use store, this is a function, store and into. Okay, so between this store and into you have to write down your table name, store the table and then keep into. Okay, so you have to write down store the table and into, then you have to write some QVD format name. So let's say I'll keep orders data, so I'll keep orders data dot QVD. So what it does, the store function will convert whatever the data loaded from the Excel file to a orders data.qvd format. And where it will store, which location it will store the QVD file, because as we have not specified any location here, so what it does, where is the application is now currently present, in that same location it will store the QVD file. So where is our application? If you see the bar, you can see C users admin desktop and then Harshini and then workbook. So in this workbook folder we have the application as test for QVD generating.qvw. So in this path only of ClickView, then Harshini and workbook, so here only it will store the same QVD file, as we have not given a specific path. Okay, so let me save it and reload it. So the files is loading, the order table is loading and it is loaded successfully. So now here in our database it is there present. So if I go to the workbook, now I'll go to the workbook folder. So this QVD is generated in the exact time. Okay, so what it does, so by the application we use some function to convert the Excel data to a QVD data. So that QVD data has been stored here. But basically we have to use some particular folder to store the QVD file. You cannot use the same folder every time. So where you are storing your applications, that folder you should not use. So what you have to do, you have to create a folder name as QVD in your server and you have to store that QVD in the server. So how to do that? So let us again go to the edit script window and let me take the path name here. Otherwise you can give a square bracket open and close, and between that so you have to give the relative path name. Okay, so this is as we are using relative path here, so you can give the same thing, but instead of data sources folder you can just give a folder name as QVD. So it will go to the same relative path, it will open the same path, but instead of going to other folder it will go to the QVD folder and it will store your order data.qvd file in the same folder of QVD. So now again click on save and reload it. Okay, and then I'll go to the same my folder and here QVD folder, the QVD file has been stored here. Okay, so what it does, so we have converted the Excel file data to QVD format. Okay, and we have stored the QVD file here. So after we created the QVD file, we have to go to ClickView and create another, we have to take another application where we will use this QVD file as the source. We are not going to use the Excel file again as the source for that ClickView application, and we are not going to create the visualization using the Excel file. We have to use QVD file as a source and we will create our items there. So if we are not going to do something here in this first application. So this is the first application where you are just generating the QVDs. That's why we given name as text for QVD generating. That means it is a QVD generating application only. So we do not need to store the data here, right? So if we see the table here, the data is also storing here. So what is the purpose of this application is just to create or convert the Excel data or any other data to a QVD data. The purpose is not to store anything here. Okay, so what we do, we have to drop this table. That means to delete this table from the database here. So how to do that? So there is the function drop and table. So you have to use drop table and then just to take the table name, copy and paste, and then click semicolon. Okay, so once you do this, the data will be so to describe the script we can see. Okay, so this is the table name and this is the load which is loading all these fields from our Excel file. Okay, so this is first step. The second step, it is storing the Excel file data into a QVD format into this QVD folder, and the name of the file will be order data.qvd. Now we do not need this same data to be stored again here in this application. So we have stored them, we converted them into a QVD file. Now we will drop this data from this application. So what we do, drop table, orders table. So orders table is the name of the table here. Just copy and save it here, paste it here, and then just click save and reload it. So once you do that, so the QVD will be generated from Excel file, but there will be no data in this application. Now you can see the fields are blank here. If you go to Control T table viewer, there will be no data storing in this application. So our purpose is solved, right? So what we have done here, we have created one first application. There we taken the Excel data. Again I am telling. So we are taking the Excel data, we loaded it to the application, then we converted that same table to a QVD format, and then we drop that for data from this application. So what is the benefit now? So what I'll do it. So I'll create another application now. So I'll save it as my second application. Okay, let me give some name. Okay, and save it. And now I have to use that QVD file as my data source. So I'll give data from QVD. Some name I have to give in the tab name here. Okay, and again I'll go to the same table files, and I'll not take the Excel file now. What I do, I'll go to the QVD folder. I'll take the order data.qvd as my source and just click on open. So if I click on open, the same whatever the data is there, the same data has been stored in QVD file and it has been replicated here. Okay, and I can just click on finish, and the same thing has been generated here. So orders, and just click on save. Okay, and I can reload it. So it means I am loading the data not from Excel file but from the QVD file, and here all the same things, what are the fields were there in the Excel file, same thing is available. I can create some table box or any other items also I can create. So all the data whatever there in our Excel file, same thing, everything will be here. So if we are doing the same thing, then what is the benefit of creating this? Okay, so let me go to the benefit of or advantages of using QVD. So QVD file offer many advantages for your ClickView applications. So faster load time. So basically friends, what happens when you are loading a database files to ClickView? So there will be huge data in your databases. For example, in SAP system or SQL system, so there will be huge data size will be there. Let's say there is 1 GB or 2 GB of data is there, and you are loading it to the application. So and it is a single application, you are loading the data to ClickView, and then you are creating your visualization in front end, and then you are sharing the single application to the client, right? So what you do here, instead of going in the first format, we are creating a second application here, and firstly we'll convert convert the SQL data to QBD, and then we're taking the QBD data. So what it does, it will decrease the load time. So how it does? Because in the first time when you take the QBD file, when you generate the QBD file from the SQL server or SAP server, so that time the data size will be compressed. Okay, so the QBD file, let it, if it is 1 GB of data we are loading, so it will, and after loading the QBD file, so the QBD size will be just it will decrease almost 70% of the original size. So for example, 1 GB of data, SAP data or Excel data, it will convert it to only 300 or 400 MB only. So when you are creating a second application for the main dashboard, and you are taking those 300 MB data to your dashboard and sharing that to your users, then that will load faster. Because instead of loading 1 GB of data to a single application, you created two applications, you will compress the data by using a QED, and that's why the faster load time will come. So whenever the end users are using your application, they will feel a faster application. Okay, so that is one benefit, and less load on databases and networks. So because the size and everything has been compressed, so there will be very low, the load on the server or networks or databases will be very less. Okay, so that is the same benefit it will give you. Okay, and incremental loads in QED. So incremental load is another point where what it does, like whenever your Excel data or Access data, so when you have, let's say we have only 1 year of data, and after next month, okay, every month the client is, or the end users or your stakeholders, they're adding new data. So by using QED, what you can do, you can manipulate them, like what is the last date of the existing data you have loaded. So beyond that, how many records has been added to your database, so that records only you can load to your QED file. Okay, so what it happens, so instead of loading the full file again to the ClickView, you will just add the new monthly data to the existing application. So it will help you for incremental load. So there will be another topic as incremental load, so you can understand it better if you watch that topic. Okay, and then we can do consolidating data from multiple data sources and databases. So friends, for this, to understand this point, we can go to ClickView again. Okay, so here what I am doing, I'll go to the script again. So instead of doing this, okay, this is the final application, second application. So let me go to the first application first. Okay, I'll close this one, and okay, this is my first application. So I will go to the first application and I'll go to the edit script. Okay, so here, so instead of doing this, let me comment this. Okay, so before doing this, let me take another table here. Okay, so this is orders table. So in the same Excel file, I have a status table, or that is the returns table. So in returns table, we can see, if we go to the Excel file, okay, so let me open the Excel file. So in the Excel file, we have three sheets. So first one is orders. So in orders, we have different columns regarding the order ID or order priority or order quantity, then which date they have done the order date. And returns table, we have two columns only, which is order ID and status, like some of the orders which has been done earlier, that has been returned by a client, or some clients, they have returned the orders. So that returned client order IDs has been noted down here in this returns table. So if we are doing two different loads, so that will take the returns table to our click view. So here in the first table we have taken the order table. In the second we'll load the, so we'll go to the Excel file, okay, and we load that the returns table here. So here in the tables I have to choose returns. So this what are the seats will be available in the Excel file, those seats will come under different table here. So orders, returns and users are coming here, okay. So if I choose returns, then I'll choose label as embedded label. So order ID and status become our field name, and then click on finish, okay. So I can do one thing here, friends. So let me just I'll just delete them, okay. We can do it from trace, okay. So there are two things here, friends. So directly I can create a QVD after joining these two tables, or after doing my model data modeling here. I can create a single QVD. For example, I'll do left join between them. So what will it will do left join? So it will take all the data from the first table, and it will take the matching data from the second table. So after doing that, so and the table name will be stored under this table only. The second table name, if we give a table name here also, like returns, but still it doesn't matter here, because if you give a table name or not, because these data will be joined to the first table and the table name will come up. So if I store this one directly, store orders table into and then particular path, let's say order dot return dot QVD, okay. So that means why I keep this name, because it will contain the order data as well as the return data, okay. But instead of doing that also, we can separately we can store the first table, that is orders table, store the first table into one QVD, and here we can store the second table, returns table, into returns.qvd. So friends, there are some multiple options available to you. So first you load one Excel file, then you converted that to your order table.qvd. A single file you taken, single table you taken, and single table you converted to QVD. And here the second one you taken second table, returns table, and you converted that returns table into another returns QVD, okay. So in this way, what you'll do, you'll get two different QVDs, right? So in this QVDs, these two QVDs, you have to go to the second application, the main application. There you have to create a join between these two tables. So instead of doing that directly here also, I'll delete the store existing comment, and I'll do a left join between them. So if I do a left join, these two tables has been joined into a single table, okay. And then I can store the final table too. So what will the final table will be? The table one name, okay. So I'll store this one into total data. We can give order data, order and return. So any name you can give, and QVD. So here, so the best thing is to give you can copy from here also, give a path, okay. And so here again you have to give QVD. So in the folder it will store your data. So now let me save and reload. Okay, so both the tables data has been reloading, okay, and all the data has been came here. And if I go to my data sources and I'll go to QVD, so order and return QVD data has been created here, okay. So that means, so order data and return data, I have concatenated or joined two different tables. So what are the modeling I want to do? I can do the modeling in first application, and then I can create a single QVD from them. And this single QVD I'll use in my second application. Okay. So there are two ways. So instead of creating multiple QVDs for multiple tables, I can do my data modeling and create few QVDs only, and those few QVDs will be useful in the front end application. Okay, so that is the difference. So that's why you can do consolidating data from multiple data sources. So maybe our first table will be from SQL, second table may be from Excel, so third table may be from SAP, or fourth table may be from Salesforce. So we can use multiple data sources files and create a data modeling between them and store few QVDs only to the QVD folder, which will be used in our main application, that is the second application. So this way, so these are the different benefits of QVD. So one more item to be noted here. So QVDs will be used only, you can open it, the QVD file which we have generated. So that file you can only open by click view application only. So no other application like textbook or something else. So any Word file or any other application. Okay. So those application cannot open your QVD file. Okay. So that means, so if you are sharing any QVD file to any other person also, if he doesn't have the ClickView application installed in his system, he cannot see what is the data stored in the QVD file. So that is also a kind of security to your data. Okay, so only the persons who is having the ClickView application, they can only see what are the data stored in the QVD file. Okay, so the data will be stored in XML format, and that can be visible only for QVD file, QVW applications. Okay, so that is the topic for QVD and what is the benefit of creating a QVD, and we'll go on more on that also.